What's good people, it's Ocean here. Welcome back to the channel, welcome to the video. In the last few videos that I've made, I've been making guitar trap beats because that's the kind of vibe I'm in right now. I love cooking up with guitars. And one of the comments from the last video was to show how to make guitar sound more realistic, or how to make realistic guitar melodies. So I gotta give the people what they want. In this video I'm gonna be showing you just how to do that in Logic Pro X. And yeah, let me just switch up the vibe. Orange? No, let's go for like a... That's what I'm talking about. And yeah, before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, join the family, hit that bell notification so every single time I post a video, you get a noti, you won't miss another one. Follow me on Instagram at ProdByOcean. And yeah, with that being said, let's just get straight into the video. Let's go make these fire guitar melodies and make them sound realistic. Let's go.
Ocean gang go drown.
Okay, let's get started. So the first thing that you have to do is select a good guitar VST. You want to use a guitar VST that has high quality sound, or sounds a bit realistic already, not too robotic and sounds like a plugin. My guitar VST of choice that I've been using recently is Ample Guitar, the free version. I really like that, the Ample Guitar Lite. If you see my other videos, you've definitely seen me use this a ton of times, but it just has a nice tone to it and it sounds real, so I'm going to be starting with that. And for the melody, I'm just going to pull up a MIDI. The ultimate MIDI pack is almost finished. Just add in a few more stuff. Let me just drag this in here. This is basically like, I kind of use MIDI files as like Lego, like building blocks. Just if I don't have an idea straight away, just drag it in and build from there. Let me just drag this one in. Try another one. Alright, I like this one. I'm going to start building with this. So I'm just going to customize it a little bit more. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so what we need to do now to make the sound more realistic is to essentially humanize it. So we could actually literally just select everything, hit functions, hit MIDI transform, and hit humanize. And then that will automatically do it for you. So if I do select and operate, it's actually changed up the velocities and the positioning of some of the notes. But personally, I don't really like to do it that way. I like to do it myself, literally manually. I don't like using the humanize tool too much because I get hit and miss results with it, so I'm just going to undo that and I'm going to do it myself. So I'm just going to select some random notes and I'm holding shift at the same time so it selects more than one note at once. I'm just going to adjust the velocities a bit. When you move the velocities down, the colour goes lighter, so the more green it will be, and the more orange, the more red it is, the higher the velocity. I like the velocities like that. Now another way to make this more realistic is to move some of the notes off the grid so it's not played exactly at the same time. Because if you think about it, when you play the guitar, you're strumming it. You're not going to be strumming exactly the same time. Like sometimes when you're strumming, you're going to miss the timing just a little bit. So I'm going to take some of the notes off grid. The easiest way to do that is Command A to control all the notes. Go to region, go to more. First of all, you're going to quantize it to whatever. I quantize it to 1/16th note. And then I play with the Q flam. So if I hit 1/19th, as you can see, some of the notes are off grid now. But then we can also change the Q flam to something else. So I can make it like 1/64th. So it's even further off the grid. But again, I don't like to use Q flam all the time because the way how it does it is always in the same position for all the chords. As you can see, it was staggered. So I'm gonna literally zoom in and move some of the notes off grid. And I'm just gonna randomize it, so some are gonna be further away, some are not, some are gonna be on the line. Alright, so this is what we got now. Now sometimes when you're playing the guitar you miss notes, you don't always play all the notes in every single chord. So I'm literally just gonna delete a few notes, but not too many, just a few, so the chord doesn't change too much. So maybe I'll just get rid of one there, maybe one here, and I'm gonna just listen, make sure it sounds good. Some of the notes actually cut short as well, I can hear. And then I'm also going to overlap some notes. So I'm just going to drag some over. Alright, so that sounds good so far. What I'm going to do now is add some reverb on top of this. Reverb always makes it just sound a bit more human, like it's actually being played in a space. A lot of you was asking me as well, why do I send things to a bus? Basically, I could just add some reverb right here underneath the guitar, and reverb will be only for this track. But I like to add reverb to multiple tracks, and instead of me adding reverb to each and every track, instead I send it to a bus and I have the reverb in the bus. I usually leave this as default. So in this track I can add some reverb, but then also I can just open up a bus. In the second track, add some reverb there too. And it saves me from opening reverb in every single track. And it saves some GPU as well. So let's just add a bit of reverb here. So some notes are definitely cut off a little bit. I'm just going to try and amend it. And then I'm going to add some EQ as well, just EQ out some of the lows. Alright, so that sounds a lot more realistic than it was before. Might as well go ahead and add a counter melody to go with this as well. Bum, bum, bum. This one is actually in harmonic minor F sharp, so I'm actually just going to use a brush tool to pencil in some notes. Bum. Alright, I like that. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, I like that. Let me just, I think I'll add in a few more filler notes. And then I think the last thing I'm going to do is select both of them, holding shift, click, command A to control all the notes, and just option down. Just to change the pitch and hear how it sounds. I think I might like that pitch the most. I like it like that. I think it sounds nice and realistic, so I'm just going to leave it like that. This is how it sounds without all the effects. But with all the effects now, it sounds a lot better. This is how it sounds now. And yeah, that is how you make guitar melodies. That's how you make them sound realistic, as if you played it in with an actual guitar, not just literally clicked it in and penciled it in and has that robotic VST feel. That's my tricks on how I do it in Logic Pro X. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, if you found it helpful, make sure you give it that thumbs up button. Let's try and hit, I don't know, let's try and aim high, let's dream big. Let's try and hit 500 likes on this one. If you enjoyed it, smash that thumbs up button right now. Leave a comment below and let me know if this helps. And yeah, that's about it for this one. I'll see you in the future.